Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again to Diaspora Stories, to our new episode today. If you've never subscribed here, I take this opportunity to welcome you back to our channel. And today, we are going straight to Nairobi. Nairobi being the capital city of Kenya, and also being the most treasured city in Africa, and also the best city East and Central Africa. And when you mention Nairobi, what comes first to your mind? What comes into your mind is that it's one of the cities that everybody, every investor targets and looks upon. But the leadership of this city, it is something that has faced challenges for the leadership of this city. It has been a topic for the past few days since Governor Sakaja had issues, wrangles with Embakasi East Member of Parliament, Mr. Honorable Babu Owino. And today, I want us just to analyze and do the simple analysis of what can this lead to, or what is impacting all this argument. Let's start straight. Let us start straight with Governor Sakaja. Governor Sakaja recently started an initiative that is the school feeding program. And with this manifesto is using the word lazima iwork. And this is something that all of us, we are trying to see if it's working or not. And also, when we look at his chances of 2027, he has been in office for only 1 year. And within this 1 year, it is difficult to predict of his achievements or his failures. But we can see the changes, or we can preview what is going to happen. Embakasi East is ranked among the best constituency in Nairobi under the leadership of Honorable Babu Owino. And when we talk about Nairobi, Embakasi is inside Nairobi, and Babu Owino's work and his ability to push things work in his constituency, it is something that is giving most of the members of parliament a challenge. And everybody and most of the young leaders are looking at Babu Owino and they want to be like him. So, when we look at Nairobi 2027 political preview, when we look at Babu Owino, I think he is having more chances of winning this seat if Governor Sakaja fails to fulfill his manifesto. Of late, we have seen words here and there on social media, and we saw Mike Sonko being brought into this argument. But for a fact, I can tell you, Mike Sonko was a pro-people person. He did not maybe do much in terms of infrastructure, in terms of everything, but Mike Sonko was there for the people. You know, Mike Sonko could walk along the streets and have to view what people are going through. Like we used to have what we call Sonko Rescue Team. This was a very big opportunity for the young people that created job opportunities for the people. And also, on our next segment, when we look at Mike Sonko, when Mike Sonko also was a governor of Nairobi, he was able to help so many communities and so many people who are a bit challenged in terms of maybe funerals. He was supporting the young people, schools, and much more. He was a pro-people person than doing the developments and kind of things. He was there to the people, and most of the young people liked and loved Mike Sonko's ability. Let's go to Babu Owino. Babu Owino is a pro-development person, and also is somebody who is a pro-people person, is there to the people. Then let's look at Tim Wanyonyi, who is also might be eyeing for this seat. Tim Wanyonyi is a pro-development person, then is also there, but not for everyone. We understand his challenges, but Tim Wanyonyi is a bit of soft-spoken person. And when we talk of Nairobi politics, it needs somebody who is a bit of brutal in terms of academic, is well much educated, and also somebody who can face and correct the challenges and what people are facing. And they will tell you, the politicians will tell you, that Nairobi also has their own cartels, as they call it, but Nairobi needs somebody who is a bit active and who is pushing an ideology of making that city to maintain its name. the way it has been built. We used to have Mbadi, who also tried to make Nairobi look much better, but apart from that, currently there are challenges that are there. If Governor Sakaja might not be able to fulfill them, those are the things that might make him to go home. Let us look in terms of voting blocks. Let us go. We all understand our politics. Our politics is normally based on what we call tribal kinda. Because if you look at Nairobi, even the way its population is set up, it is set up in a way that there is kind of tribal setup. And also in terms of voting, sometimes it plays a very big role. Let us look, for example, Embakasi East for Babu Owino, that's a win for him. Let us look, for example, Dagoretti, that's a win for Sakaja. But when you go to a place like Mathare constituency, let us look at Embakasi South, let us look at Embakasi Central, let us look at Kibera, and then let us look at some part of Westlands but not all. Then finally let us look at Langata. All those constituencies that I've mentioned, they will vote for Honorable Babu Owino. If you look and analyze those kind of a population setup and also the political kind of voting that is happening in Nairobi. And in most cases, Nairobi has been like a bedroom of ODM in terms of voting. But currently, UDA party is also growing and it has touched several corners of the city. But still, the ODM party controls the voting kind of Nairobi also. And then apart from that, the development and the ranking that Babu Owino has taken of late is putting him ahead of any other candidate in Nairobi governorship. If Babu Owino runs for governor for Nairobi, trust me, he might win this seat early in the morning. I can't say that Sakaja is losing it, but what he has to do currently is to go and check on his manifesto and focus so much on service delivery, and also try to avoid all these wrangles that we see that are happening in City Hall, that are happening in several parts of this, and avoid scandals. Like today we saw Babu Owino unleashed another building on about Sakaja that is being stopped to continue with the building and terms of construction. So the governor has to work so much hard and make sure that those are the things that is going to avoid. And also, if you analyze Babu Owino, there's this kind of what we call political inheritance that is giving Babu Owino a bit bigger, more mileage of winning the Nairobi seat, because there's this say that they say if Raila Odinga leaves politics today, Babu Owino might take charge of being the Luo kingpin. And also for the Luo vote that is in Nairobi, that is a very high chance of Babu Owino winning the Nairobi seat, because there's that backup and what we call in political kind of insight into his political mileage. That is my thought and that's my view. I don't know what you're thinking about the Nairobi gubernatorial race 2027. Though it is very early for us to judge and say that this is how it's gonna be. But you know, we can see the smoke from far and then we can see if there is something cooking up or there's fire that is ahead. It is all about analysis and it's all about viewing what is happening. Check on your constituency, check on your region. What is your governor doing? What is your member of parliament doing? What is your member of county assembly doing? What is your senator doing? If they are not performing, you know, let's say this, it is not good to bring them back. For example, when we say that let's create more schools, let's create more technical colleges, you know, we create these things, but we don't create an opportunity of jobs for these people. We rush to create more of schools, but we don't give the young people jobs to do. They want to create more hospitals, but they don't provide medicines and doctors in these hospitals. So it's not about PR. Let's make our city look better. Let us get somebody who is development oriented and also giving the young people an opportunity to be in government. And you will find that most of the politicians will come to you with a very nice language in terms of votes, but few of them are the ones who end up working for us. And also there's this kind of politics that we believe in, tribal politics. For the city like Nairobi is a very kind of metropolitan city whereby all tribes and all communities live in Nairobi. We need to get somebody who is a pro people and who is not guided by tribal kind of thinking. It should be somebody who is central organized and development oriented to work for everyone who is within the city without looking their tribe, without looking where they come from, without looking to their color. You know, this is a city. When you stand in Amsterdam, when you stand maybe in Heathrow, London, when you go to Canada, Toronto, and you mention Nairobi, trust me, you will be recognized as a Kenyan. If you go to Tanzania and mention Nairobi, you will be from diaspora. Yes, let us meet on our next video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. It's your boy Mr. Super Latin, and